Welcome to the Midnight Conspiracies. Tonight, we journey into the shadows, exploring the strangest mysteries and secrets whispered through time. These are stories that may unsettle, intrigue, and spark your imagination. Whether you are here to ponder the unknown or drift off into sleep with curious thoughts, you are in the right place. Our first stop takes us into the chilling theories surrounding the Denver International Airport. To most travellers, it is just another airport, but for conspiracy researchers, it's one of the strangest buildings in the world. When Denver International Airport opened in 1995, it quickly drew attention for its unusual features. For starters, the cost of construction soared billions over budget, leading many to wonder what that money really built. The runways, when seen from above, appear to form the shape of a swastika, though officials insist it's just for efficiency. Some believe this is no accident, claiming secret societies left hidden messages in plain sight. Inside the airport, travellers encounter bizarre artwork. Murals painted by artist Leo Tonjuma depict scenes of war, chaos, and rebirth. One mural shows a soldier in a gas mask. Another depicts children gathered around a glowing plant. The official explanation is that the murals symbolize peace overcoming violence. But conspiracy theorists believe they tell a darker story, perhaps a coded message about a planned apocalypse and the rise of a new world order. The strangest feature of all may be the airport's mascot of sorts, Lucifer, the 32-foot-tall blue Mustang statue with glowing red eyes. Eerily, the statue actually killed its sculptor when part of it collapsed. Many see Lucifer as a symbol of death watching over travellers. Others connect it to myths of the four horsemen of the apocalypse, suggesting Denver's airport was built as a gateway to something sinister. Rumours also swirl about underground tunnels hidden beneath the runways. Officially, they were meant for baggage transport. But conspiracy hunters believe they lead to secret bunkers designed for world elites in case of disaster. Some even claim the airport conceals an entrance to a massive underground city, part of a global plan for survival after a cataclysm. Whether truth or imagination, Denver's airport remains one of conspiracy culture's greatest mysteries. Now let's move from airports to the skies themselves. Few conspiracies capture imaginations like the mystery of chemtrails. Every day, planes leave long white trails across the sky, but what are they really? Scientists and officials insist they're simply contrails, made of condensed water, vapour freezing at high altitudes. But conspiracy theorists argue these trails are actually chemtrails, chemicals sprayed deliberately into the atmosphere. Theories range from population control, weather manipulation, even mind control experiments. Photos of strange cloud patterns and lingering trails fuel the belief that something unnatural is happening above our heads. Some researchers point to patents filed for weather modification technology, suggesting governments do have the ability and perhaps the desire to control the climate. Could chemtrails be part of a hidden global experiment? The US military once ran a project called Operation Popeye, where chemicals were sprayed to seed clouds and extend monsoon seasons during the Vietnam War, if that happened decades ago. What might be possible today? Critics argue the idea of chemtrails isn't just science fiction, it's a misunderstanding of basic physics. Planes produce contrails naturally, and the patterns people see are explained by changing winds and weather conditions. But for many, the official explanation doesn't erase the suspicion. They look to the sky and see not simple vapour trails, but evidence of a vast, hidden agenda carried out in plain sight. This isn't just an American theory either. Across Europe, Asia, and South America, people share photographs of strange skies. Communities online gather daily to document what they believe are signs of chemical spraying. Is this paranoia gone global, or a genuine clue to a conspiracy that governments dismiss too quickly? The truth, like the clouds themselves, drifts just out of reach, leaving us only with questions. So next time you look up at the sky, ask yourself, are you watching ordinary physics at work, or are you witnessing a hidden program changing the very air we breathe? We've gone from hidden tunnels to strange skies. But now let's dive into one of the most haunting mysteries of all, the Denver International Airport. This place is infamous for its bizarre design and disturbing artwork. Travelers walking through are greeted by massive murals that some claim hint at apocalyptic themes. One mural, in particular, shows a soldier in a gas mask holding a sword, surrounded by scenes of destruction. Another depicts children from around the world gathered under a rainbow of peace. Too many. These are simply artistic representations of humanity's struggles and hopes. But to conspiracy theorists, they're warning signs of hidden agendas and a coming new world order. Even the layout of the airport has raised eyebrows. From above, some say its runways form the shape of a swastika. Officials deny this, but aerial photos fuel the suspicion. The most notorious symbol, though, might be the blue Mustang statue that greets visitors. Standing 32 feet tall, its glowing red eyes have earned it the nickname Blucifer. The statue's creepy reputation only grew when its creator was tragically killed during construction, crushed by a piece of the very horse he was building. For many travelers, Denver International feels less like an airport and more like a coded message carved into stone and steel warning of powers working behind the curtain. Whether intentional or not, the airport's strange features have made it a cornerstone of conspiracy culture, blending mystery, tragedy, and unsettling symbolism all in one place. So next time you fly through Denver, take a closer look. Is it just an airport, or is it a monument hiding secrets in plain sight? Now, let's leave the airport behind and turn our eyes to something far stranger, the mystery of the moon landing. Was humanity's greatest leap actually a carefully staged illusion? In 1969, millions watched live as Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon, but soon after, doubts emerged. Could the US really have achieved this feat with 1960s technology? One of the most famous claims is that the landing was filmed on Earth, perhaps on a soundstage directed by Stanley Kubrick himself. Supporters point to oddities in the footage. For example, in some clips, the American flag appears to ripple as though caught in a breeze. But there's no air on the moon, so how could that happen? NASA explains the flag was supported by a horizontal rod, and the rippling came from astronauts twisting it into place. Still, for many, the footage looks suspicious. Another argument centres on shadows. In photos, shadows sometimes appear to fall in different directions, suggesting multiple light sources. Could stage lights have created this effect? Scientists counter that the uneven lunar surface caused shadows to bend, creating optical illusions. But conspiracy believers remain unconvinced, seeing artificial lighting at work. Then there's the question of stars. In the photos stars at all, some argue this proves the landing was staged indoors under studio lighting. NASA insists the stars weren't visible because the cameras were set to capture the bright lunar surface, not distant starlight. But the absence of stars continues to fuel doubt. Despite decades of explanations, the moon landing hoax theory remains one of the most enduring conspiracies. For believers, it's not just about the moon, it's about whether governments ever tell us the full truth. If the moon landing sparked global wonder, Area 51 sparked global suspicion. This secretive base in Nevada has long been linked to aliens, UFOs, and government cover-ups. Officially, Area 51 was created as a testing ground for experimental aircraft. But because of its secrecy, rumours quickly spread about what else might be hidden there. In 1947, a strange object crashed near Roswell, New Mexico. While officials claimed it was a weather balloon, many believed it was a UFO and that the wreckage was sent to Area 51. Over time, whispers grew louder. Could alien bodies and spacecraft be locked away in underground hangars? Was the government hiding proof that we are not alone? Witnesses claimed to have seen strange lights and flying objects near the base. These sightings fueled theories that Area 51 was reverse engineering alien technology. The base became such a symbol of secrecy that, in 2019, millions joked online about storming it to see them aliens. While mostly satire, it showed how deeply the mystery grips the public. The truth may be less otherworldly. Documents reveal that top-secret planes like the U-2Spy aircraft were tested there. Craft so advanced they looked like UFOs to ordinary eyes. Still, secrecy breeds suspicion. The fact that access to Area 51 is so restricted only adds to the belief that something extraordinary is being hidden from the world. For many, the question isn't whether aliens exist, it's whether the government already knows the answer and keeps it locked away behind Area 51's fences. Whatever the truth, Area 51 remains an icon of conspiracy culture. It represents not just aliens, but the idea that reality itself may be hidden from the public. From hidden bases in the desert, we move to secret societies whispered about for centuries. Few names spark as much intrigue as the Illuminati. To some, the Illuminati is just a historical group from the 1700s that no longer exists. But to conspiracy theorists, it is a shadowy organisation still pulling the strings of world events. They are said to control governments, corporations, and even entertainment, shaping culture to keep the masses distracted while they tighten their grip on power. Symbols like the all-seeing eye and pyramid on the dollar bill are often pointed to as proof of their influence. Some claim these are hidden messages left in plain sight. Celebrities are frequently accused of being members. Flashing hand signs, mysterious lyrics, and sudden fame are all interpreted as evidence of Illuminati connections. But is there truth behind the myth? Historians note the original Illuminati was a small Bavarian society focused on Enlightenment ideals, disbanded by the late 1700s. Yet the legend grew, mixing fact with fantasy until the name became a catch-all for hidden elites and world domination. Whether or not the Illuminati truly exists today, the idea reflects a deep distrust in authority. People sense unseen forces guiding history, and the Illuminati is the perfect symbol of that fear. In the end, the Illuminati may be less about a real organisation and more about what it represents. The suspicion that we are not in control of our own world. And perhaps that is the greatest power of the conspiracy itself. It doesn't need to be real to shape how millions view history, politics, and even their daily lives. And so, our journey through the shadows draws to a close. We have wandered from secret airports to strange skies, from the moon to hidden societies. Whether these stories reveal truth or simply reflect our deepest fears, they remind us how much mystery still surrounds our world. Perhaps conspiracies endure because they keep us questioning, forcing us to look closer at what is hidden in plain sight. As you drift into the night, remember, the unknown is never far away. Thank you for joining me on this journey. This was the Midnight Conspiracies. Until next time, sleep well and keep watching the shadows.